It's the Monster Mash. Don't adjust your sets. Don't adjust your TVs. If you're listening, well, you're listening, you're not watching, but it is our Halloween 4th annual bash with your host.
We gotta manually clap.
Hey! It's Muffin time! What's going on, everyone? I'm your host, Charlie, for the Inner Circle Podcast, where you can call me the Green Ranger today, and it is our Halloween bash. And coming up next is my host, it's my best girlfriend, Melanie. Unveil yourself. Reveal yourself.
They think you can tell us what to do. You think you can tell us what to wear.
Suck it!
Break it down.
What's going on, girlfriend? And she is a comedian, actress. She is an artist, and she is a friend of the show. It's been a while, but she is back again. And what a way to celebrate with us on our Halloween bash is none other than Byronique Barbie.
Woo! Yeah. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
How y'all doing?
She look like real-ass Barbie.
What's going on, everyone? How is everyone? How y'all doing? Let me demorphosize it and take this off a little so I can see y'all a little better. How are you, Melody?
I'm good. I'm great. How are you? I know you hot under there.
Right, get a little heated.
Ooh, I can see better now. How are ya? Barbie, how are you?
Good. I'm so excited. This is so fun. Y'all don't know I haven't got a Halloween costume in so many years.
This is our third?
This is our 4th time doing it, 4 years doing it in a row. And Bobby, the same thing. Would you believe that? I think Melanie, it's the same thing for you. Speaking for both of us, we've done dressed up for the show, but not even gone out the last few years.
Yep.
Dressed up for the show, but we don't even go out dressed.
That's all right. Shit, chill in your house, have a little gathering, show off your outfit, and you good.
Well, how have you been? It's been a while. Last time you was with us, you were celebrating our 4th year. You was with us 3rd year, 4th year celebrating with us. Our 4th annual year. We seen each other in LA. Yeah. We all actually met up. We didn't just talk to talk. We weren't just like little pen pals. We actually made it happen. So that was amazing. And it was that was amazing. It was like seeing each other was like it wasn't like even meeting the first time. It was like we knew each other.
It felt like just hanging out with old friends that you've been knowing for years.
Yeah.
It really did. We was lit. How did we know?
We was. But what have you been up to since? Tell the people, for our people watch, for our people that know you, being a friend of the show and being on. How was your summer? I know you've been, on your Instagram, you talk about your acting classes that you're doing. So what's been going on? Tell us, catch us up with the life of Barbie, your summer. I know there was some tough times with some fuckboys and stuff. We're gonna get into some fuckboy talk today. It's Halloween, trick or treat.
You gonna get a trick and a treat, okay?
But how was your summer?
The summer was actually really great. I had one of the best summers that I've had in years. Like, I mean, y'all set the bar. You know, y'all came out. That was like
the summer.
And it was like at the start, pretty much the start of the summer in June. So that was a great kickoff, and it just went great from there. Like July, I had a loaded, fully locked and loaded July. Like, you know, the Barbie movie dropped, of course, Barbie. So that was so fun. I did so many Barbie activities, Barbie pool parties, you know, Barbie skate, all kind of shit. It was so much fun. I really had the best day ever when I went to see the movie. It was great. So I really can't complain. Like this summer, August was chill. It was great. A lot of fun activities going on. And then to wrap it up, you know, my birthday is the last day of summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I went out and did a lot of stuff in Virgo season. So I can't complain. It was a really great summer. Great.
We celebrated with you because we saw Beyonce on your birthday.
Right, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's just
lit.
so many. I never thought I would go to that many concerts in my life. And then
you've been to a lot of concerts this last few months.
I went
Malone.
all in 1 week. I did Drake, Post Malone, and I saw this guy named John Batiste, and he brought out surprise guest Lil Wayne.
Love John Batiste.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
I mean, he's
brought
from
out
the same.
Lil Wayne.
He's
I
from
didn't
Louisiana,
know.
That's why.
I didn't know who he was, and I definitely didn't have no idea Lil Wayne would be there. So that was
his boy.
Amazing. Like that was all in 1 week. Drake, Post Malone, Lil Wayne, John Batiste, and then, you know, Beyonce. And then I went during Libra season. I went to see the 1975. I don't know, that's some white people shit, but I love my white people.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh Lord. But,
yes, me and my brother went to see the 1975. So that makes like 5-6 concerts in 1 year. So I am truly blessed.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And you're back. And you've been doing shows. I know this summer you had a lot of shows as well. A little after our show that you did our show, you was like show after show. You were booked and busy, just doing your thing, doing your grind. So I'm excited for you. Tomorrow you have a show as well. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, you know what? The only reason I am even in this show is thanks to Miss Melody over here. Because she is the one who hit me up and put me on and told me, you know, that I should look into signing up for this class. And I am so thankful for it because, I mean, there's been a lot of fucking drama as far as with the teacher. We ain't gonna go into that. But it has really like put me on and like created this comedy sisterhood. Like, we're all getting ready, like in prep, like tonight after our show, I'm going to go meet with the girls. A lot of them don't live in LA. So we got one girl came in from New York. We got one girl came in from DC. So we're all going to meet tonight at an Airbnb and like hang out and meet for like all be united for the very first time outside of Zoom, you know? Yes. And so I'm just so excited, looking forward to it. And then we have the show tomorrow. So it's just so exciting. Like
let me tell you something. I'm so happy and proud of you because I'm not a player hater. I like to, when I see something that reminds me of someone and I tell them, go chase your dreams, your aspirations, whatever. And I'm happy and proud of you for actually going forward and doing it. So that's what's up. That was all you. I was just a bridge. I was just a bridge. You went through.
I am so thankful for you looking out because I actually, one of the students in the class, one of my classmates, is a big time actor from Orange is the New Black.
Oh,
I don't know if y'all got into that show, but I didn't really watch the show too much, but I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't really get it. I know that Laverne Cox was in it. Taryn Manning, who was Britney Spears co-star on Crossroads, was in it as well. Mm-hmm. But no, I didn't get into it. I tried, but I didn't.
Yeah, but yeah, she came in from New York because she live out there where y'all at. Adrienne Moore, I don't know if y'all would know who that is, but I forgot the character she played. But yeah, she flew in from New York, so she got here last night. So I'm so thankful, and this is like bringing so much joy that I much needed in my life after dealing with a real fucked up situation. So
talk
this
about
is
it.
Like definitely something to help me look forward to, and I can't get how crazy my eyes is looking.
There you go. Well, this is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. But yes, definitely if you in the LA area tomorrow night, comedy night, check out Byronique Barbie. The flyer is right there. If you're watching, if you're in LA, so definitely check out our girl. So much going on for her. Like me and Melody said, we're just so happy for you, and we just love people that just continue with the grind, going after what they love, and I love that. So,
Thank you so much.
Before we move on to a segment, can we explain our costumes for the people that don't see them?
Yeah, for that, yes, thank you so much. Like, because we have people that stream. It's not everyone watches. Some people are auditory listeners and learners. So let's get into go, Melanie, go ahead.
All right, so I chose the theme this year was something from your childhood that you really enjoyed. And for me, that's wrestling. WWF was my shit. I think every girl and every gay guy on the low used to watch wrestling to see the tight ass men with their nice asses and you know the spandex. And I always thought I was a tomboy. So one of my favorite groups, besides The Undertaker, besides Stone Cold Steve Austin, was D-Generation X. And in that group, of course, was Triple H and a bunch of other ones, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Jesse James. But my favorite was X-Pac. And I was like, why not be X-Pac for Halloween? The easy thing would have been China. You know, I already got the jugs. God rest her soul, but that's too easy. And I wanted to be a man. I wanted to do Drag King this year.
Hey! Drag King.
What about... what about you, Barbie?
I went with the obvious. I'm like, shit, it's the year of the Barbie. You didn't really get to have a Barbie birthday party per se and dress up. So why not? Let's do it for Halloween, bitch. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Like, and then I found this hat like the other week. So I was like, shit, you gotta do it. You feel me? When she had the little cowgirl hat on.
Yeah,
like,
she looked dumb too.
But see, I could be different because I could say I'm not just Barbie. I am stereotypical Barbie. Stereotypical.
Well, listen, with me, this is childhood for sure. When Melanie was like, "Oh, let's do something that relatable or like that, stems from childhood." Listen, say no more. Power Rangers, like I was the biggest Power Ranger fan growing up, still watch the Power Rangers today. Well, the original Power Rangers, anyways, not this new Dino Thunder and all this bullshit. But
on Netflix.
And Tommy, the Green Ranger / White Ranger was always my favorite. Him and the Pink Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly. And last year, as we all know, in November, not to make it a downer because we're having a fun show. There's a fun, good show today. But as we know, Jason David Frank committed suicide last year. My favorite Ranger. So I wanted to pay homage to my childhood, to my favorite Power Ranger. And here I am, the Green Ranger. How you doing? But yeah, it's our first show. But let's get into... Well, one really quick, we're not going to spend too much time in it, but we cannot go on with the show without Britney Spears, The Woman in Me is in stores right now. And boy, I've never finished a book so quick. I'm not going to lie. I have 10 pages to go. 10 pages to go. So I'm saying I'm done, but 10 pages, I'm going to finish it by today. I've never finished a book so quick. We're thinking about doing a bonus episode, so stay tuned for that to get into the good. We're not going to get into it today because today, we are trick or treating like fellows out here. But it is Halloween, and let's talk some Halloween. I love your stories. I love following Barbie on Instagram because, like you said, you may not have a podcast, although we keep saying you should have one, but you basically do it on your Instagram. And I sit there and watch. And even my boy, I be there, and my boy be listening. He's like, "Oh, Barbie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so it's like, you've been watching scary movies yourself, so I'm like, yes, my horror, yes. So let's talk about some Halloween. Let's get into it. Like, this is your first Halloween with us, celebrating with us. Me and Melanie have spoken about it, but for you, like, what is your favorite candy for Halloween? What did you love getting as a kid?
As a kid, I think I used to really love the little miniature Snickers bars, the little minis, because you just pop them like a little, you know what I mean? And it makes you feel less, worse about it because they're so damn little, and you just like, but it's like after
now when you pop 10.
It's like you done ate 2 full size, 2 king size, so it's like, girl, stop playing with yourself. But I always loved that, Starburst and Skittles growing up.
Ooh, okay. I wasn't a Skittles person. I like Starburst, but that shit made me thirsty.
Starburst, I only fuck with the cherries. Like I will buy Starburst and just take out the cherries. Like,
now they have now the one that you choose the flavor that you want. Like it has like only pink or only red.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone ever gets me a pack of Starburst, I only want red. The cherry one, red. That's it. Red.
My favorite candy was Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh.
And
I went through a phase with Reese's.
I love Twix. I love like chocolate with peanut butter. That's my Twix.
No, I know what you meant.
I don't like Twinks, bitch.
You like bears.
I like
be bears.
Right. I like both daddies.
Bears. Bears. What about favorite worst candy to get? What as a kid you used to be like motherfuckers?
Candy corn.
Got into candy corn.
Yeah, I knew it. I just didn't say that.
I never got into that. I never, like right now, I'm going to try to find a little candy corn and taste it because I really have never tasted it.
I got one better. You know what's the worst? Butterscotch candy. My grandma used to put out butterscotch on the floor for mice traps because that's what they gravitate towards.
What?
Yeah, that's what she said. Butterscotch.
I love me some butterscotch lifesavers. Oh, my granny would do hers.
They have that?
Yeah, they have the butterscotch lifesavers. They used to.
Bless you. Yeah. Oh, not the butterscotch with those yellow wrappings, that golden yellow wrapping that they come in.
But not that. Only the lifesaver butterscotch. That butterscotch be hidden. Oh shit.
Also, licorice.
Yeah, I used to fuck with licorice sometimes.
Licorice was good if your breath stank because you could use it, to mask it as a mint. However, it tasted like chemicals.
That's just gross.
I like licorice better than Twizzlers. I'll tell you that. Twizzlers was.
I don't fuck with Twizzlers either.
I like strawberry flavored Twizzlers.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was all just red.
No. Now for a few years back, they started creating different flavors of Twizzlers, like lemonade, like lime, and those are passable. I tasted those, and they're all right, but it's like, yeah. You know what's the worst? Also, as a kid going trick or treating, when they throw pennies in your fucking basket.
They never did that to me.
I never got that.
No, I used to have people fucking give me goldfishes that would die the next day.
Dang, no I thought you was talking about those pennies. You know the coin candy, the chocolate wrapped coin.
No, pennies, like real pennies. They'll throw pennies in your basket.
Who gave you pennies? What hood did you go to?
This is trick-or-treating in Puerto Rico. I trick-or-treated. This has happened to me in Puerto Rico. This has happened to me in Rhode Island as well. Yeah. Both in Puerto Rico and Rhode Island has happened to me where they throw pennies. But then there's people that also be giving dollars and $5 too.
Right, because they got
pennies thrown at me.
Certain areas out here, I think, like if you take your kids in Beverly Hills or like Westwood, like over there by UCLA, they said they be giving out bank. They be giving out bank. So a lot of
people that be giving money
over there, they'll take the drive
because they know they're gonna be like, "That's mine."
Right? You might get a bill paid. You might just get a bill paid for Halloween.
Now, what about favorite? Like, were you ever like you was showing scary movies and talking about scary movies, Barbie? Like. But growing up as a kid, did you always love them as well? Because with me, I think about it, and sometimes as an adult, I think about, like, dude, how fucked up are you? How morbid are you or whatever that you love scary movies since, like, I've loved scary movies since 4 or 5.
It could be a fetish.
Like, what about you? What about you? Did you love it? Did you love scary movies since a young age, or did it come with, time?
I think I've always been like real versatile, like into creepy stuff. Like, cause I would even like watching scary cartoons. Cause Goosebumps, Oh shit! Don't even get me started.
Speaking of, thank you for the good segue, baby girl. Because have you watched the new Goose? Thank you so much for that. Did you check out the new Goosebumps?
Nah, yeah, on Netflix, right? Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on Hulu and it's on Disney Plus. But because I'm not watching commercials and I got Hulu and I got Disney, I watched it on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Because Hulu I have to watch commercials. Disney I don't.
Now, is it a show or is it a movie?
It's a series. It's a series. It's 10 episodes. It's basically based on Arlstan's Goosebumps. It's definitely scarier and darker and a little more. It's still teenage kids, but a little more grown up than the original Goosebumps.
I can't even believe that because you know how Disney is. I can't believe they would make it scary.
That's what I thought. And they show it on Disney Plus. Girl, if you need my password, we'll talk after the show.
Okay.
and you're my girl, so I'll let you go in there and watch it.
Okay.
It's good. So far, the first 5 episodes dropped 2 weeks ago, and now going forward, every Friday they're gonna release one new episode. So you're gonna like it. I'll definitely give you my password, and I want you to binge it. Especially you got Goosebumps. So
I do have Hulu. I think I got Disney Plus too, but I saw something about it and I was like, oh shit, that ain't gonna have nothing on the original. So especially if it's on Disney, so I'm like, man,
it's kind of good. It's different. It's different. It still has the same nostalgia kind of story, but you gotta watch. It's good. I liked it. I think you're gonna like it too. But I know that you said Goosebumps.
Goosebumps was I would come home.
Now, quick question for you. Watching Goosebumps, remember the billboard at the beginning? Was I the only child that felt that billboard, like in the opening credits of that person that kind of like they show the billboard and their face changes? Am I the only one that thought that looked like Michael Jackson?
No, I told you.
It looked like Michael Jackson. I'm about to have to go look again.
Right?
I'm gonna have to go look again because Lord, I barely even you notice it changed, but I don't even really remember. I can't visualize what that was. It a man or a woman? I don't even remember.
That's the thing. They were very exogenous. It looked like Michael Jackson. Like you gotta see.
Yeah. Wait, speaking of Michael Jackson, what song reminds you of Halloween? When you hear the word Halloween or when you know Halloween is approaching, what song comes to mind? For me, it's Thriller.
Thriller's up there. Thriller's up there.
Is number 1, and then Michael Myers' theme song will be number 2. Yeah. I can listen to that shit all day. Like I literally will put on the movie and just let that shit play on the TV to just hear the music.
Ooh, real quick, you know what else? Have y'all ever had toothbrush thrown in y'all can and y'all?
Oh, again, where in the world
were you trick or treating? Where?
A dentist's house.
What they should be giving out is condoms for these young kids. That's what they're giving out.
Yeah, deodorant, all kind. Like if a teenager come to your door, I feel like you should have, instead of candy, you probably should have. You feel?
Listen, I work with kids, and trust me, my direct group are babies right now, but I still have to deal with the bigger kids going through that puberty, and I agree. Throw those motherfuckers a little deodorant, a mouthwash, a toothpaste, a toothbrush, and a floss. Okay.
Right. There we go.
Don't forget the floss.
But listen, let's get into. I mean, it is Halloween, and we have a few games today to play. We like to play games here, and I mean, what better way? I mean, it's Halloween. It's not Halloween bash, so this may seem like a little of a morbid game. But let's get ready for Dead or Alive. I'm going to go down to the list of some celebrities who may be dead or alive. It is up to you and Melanie, Barbie, to decide whether they're dead or alive. So let's kick things off with, and I need my notes for this because some of their names I don't want to butcher.
What if they just died? What if they died tomorrow?
Lee Thompson Young, best known as Jet Jackson. Remember Jet Jackson on Disney Plus? Is he dead or alive?
Oh, he was so fine. It was. I know it was rumored that he died, but I don't think he died.
I don't think he died. Wasn't he in Cousin Skeeter?
No.
It was a big rumor.
It was a different one, but
rumor that he died.
He was Jet Jackson.
And I was so sad.
Well, that rumor is true. He did go and suffer through bipolar, and he took his own life back in 2017, I believe, is what I read. I may be wrong, but yes, he did take his own life. And he suffered with bipolar, and he went on from Jet Jackson to do other shows, just as this one. This was from a show he did in, a little before he died. So I was shocked by it too. I was very surprised.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that, because I heard rumors way back before 2017 that he died, like way earlier, like kind of right after.
It was like 2016 around there, or 17 itself, yeah.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Something like that.
All
yeah.
Right.
Too bad. But next, Robert Englund, a.k.a. my favorite scary guy, my forever favorite ultimate Freddy fucking Krueger.
Freddy.
Is he dead or alive?
He's alive. He looks happy. I think
Melanie?
He did.
He alive.
Yay!
He's still alive. Listen, the day he dies, may God protect him. Obviously, we're gonna post him on the inner circle, and I'm gonna be going through a whole binge marathon of Freddy Krueger movies because I love Robert Englund made fucking Freddy Krueger. Like
he looks like he could be Robin Williams' brother.
He's
amazing. I mean, he has this creepy look to it.
And although he's done other shows, he's appeared on Charmed, he's appeared on guest appearances and shows throughout his career. But obviously, he made Freddy fucking Krueger iconic, and he's iconic for that. So moving on, Danny DeVito, dead or alive?
Oh, he's alive.
Yes, he is. Yeah, right. Moving on, John Ritter. Dead or alive?
He dead.
Yeah, right. Next, Donna Summers, dead or alive?
That's my mom. She died, and she died in the same town that I'm from, Naples, Florida.
Damn.
I didn't go to school that day.
Next, Gloria Gaynor, dead or alive? Barbie?
I don't know who sis is, but I think she alive.
Is she the one that sings "I Will Survive"? Mm-hmm. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I Will Survive.
She's alive.
Barbie?
She's alive, right?
Yeah, she alive.
Yeah, right. She is still alive. And next,
she did survive. Hey.
Right.
Michael Clark Duncan, dead or alive?
He's dead. He was one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, right. Yes, he did. He passed in 2016, I believe.
You know who was his girlfriend? Girlfriend?
Who?
Omarosa.
No way.
Yeah.
Omarosa. I know who that is.
That's crazy.
House of Villains. In the show House of Villains.
Yeah, I've been watching.
And I mean, she worked for the Trump administration, but that's not the show we're going for. Well, I mean, you hate him now, but you work for him, and you worked for him twice. You was on his TV show, and then you worked for him in the White House. So how much did you hate him, or did he let you go? But scary movie wise, what would you say is your favorite scary? What's your favorite scary movie?
Right? Oh, fucking.
What's your favorite scary movie, Barbie?
It's so many, but I mean, lately, if I have to say this year, because sometimes it changes year to year, but this year I am just really hooked on this Freddy versus Jason shit. I mean, the writing of it, people usually go old school, but if I would have to say a newer one, and that's not new, but still, it's newer than like the OG shit. But Freddy versus Jason, that movie is fire as fuck. Like
you were watching that. You made me watch it.
The writing in it, the fight scenes are dope. The acting, I mean, that shit was on another level, and I didn't even realize it. Like I can really dive into it and realize now, like just the little, like, because it came out when I was in middle school, so like a lot of the little snarky, little smart ass shit he would say, Freddy, especially with his mouth. Obviously, Jason can't.
I love Freddy, yeah.
The shit they make Freddy say, like, oh my god, he's the GOAT. Mm-hmm. He's the GOAT. Oh man, that's my shit. I love it.
No, seriously. And then, Melanie, I know you're not that much into scary movies, but you're into concerts. And we were chit-chatting. I mean, there's a lot of great people on tour right now. And Lauryn Hill was just around our neck of the woods recently. And she gave around scary. performance for the people. I'm glad I didn't go. I thought about maybe going because they dubbed this concert as Lauryn Hill and the Fugees, which I found that ironic too. Like, why not the Fugees? They were a bigger entity. Oh, she did her thing solo, but I feel together they were a bigger entity. And yeah, I mean, we heard a lot of scary things about this concert. Take it away with what's going on with Lauryn Hill and what she brought to Jersey.
Oh,
well, first of all, I've always liked Lauryn Hill's album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. However,
one of the best albums ever.
Yeah, it's a great album, but her as a person, as a singer and performer, I don't see the hype, to be honest. She's a good singer. Lyricist wise, I mean, like rapper wise, I don't know, but I think it just goes to show some people who are out of the game and go back to like being away from the spotlight for many years and come back. Some of them have to practice their craft before they just jump on stage and grab a microphone, because what she was given, baby, it was sold on Shein. A lot. If you go on TikTok and you just search Lauryn Hill concert, a lot of people had things to say. I did a deep dive because I was not gonna pay money to go see her. Yeah, and she was, there are people that sing some parts of the song. She was just like open mic poetry night and not really.
And she was crazy late.
She was very late. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you about me when it comes to concerts. You better not be fucking late. There's a curfew. Everyone has a curfew in arenas, stadiums, whatever. There's no reason why you should take your sweet ass time coming on.
Right.
Not everybody is
Madonna.
Not everybody is. By the way, Madonna supposedly had an issue and she was late for her concert. She had to pay the fine. She gladly paid it. But it's just crazy to me. We're at an age now in our lives, especially with these older celebrities and musicians. We're taking, we have, not everyone, but most of us have children. We got babysitters to pay. Going out is a night out. It's a whole event. It's a whole thing. Yeah. So what makes you think it's okay to be taking your sweet ass time to come on and then give a half-ass show and think that that's cool? That's not cool. I'm not trying to go to Webster Hall. I'm not trying to go to some lame rinky-dink club if I'm paying big bucks to see a celebrity that I grew up admiring and listening to. Yeah. So it's very unfortunate. Especially unprofessional as fuck. And also, like, for that, stay in your hole, not in the spotlight. Go back to normal life, because what you gave was not giving. That's all. Thank you for my TED Talk.
I mean, I agree. I've seen that, and a lot of people like reading the comments. I like to read people's comments and feedbacks about stuff, and yeah, they were not happy with Lauryn Hill. But I've heard that about her like for years, even before. Like, I've heard that she goes on super late, she just drags on or whatever. But bless her heart. I mean, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill it's one of the best-selling female artists of all time. It really is. And
I don't give no right to.
Yeah, but exactly. She only had that one album. So, but moving on. This is a Halloween bash, but since we had our girl, Byronique Barbie here with us, and we know you ladies like to cut up and get into things. Recently, there was a study taken, and there was 13 places a group of women absolutely refused to go out on a first date. So here we are. In case y'all going on a first date on actually Halloween, here's some places that some women, fellas, or whatever you identify with, don't want to go on a first date. And some of it surprised me very much. Some of it I agree with. Some of it surprised me. Number one, and I'm surprised by this. Number one place that this group of women, a study made, refused to go on a first date, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh!
I knew you would be shook and shocked, Barbie, because I know you love Cheesecake Factory, but so do I. First of all, I mean, I'll let you go. Take it away, girl. Take it away and say your thing, because I love Cheesecake Factory, so I was offended that was even on the list.
Yeah, offended and disrespect, and that's number one on the list. or did you start at the bottom?
No, like literally, this has been taken off. It's kind of been going viral where other podcasts are even talking about it. I heard about this a week and a half ago, and then even shout out to the Breakfast Club. Hopefully one day I guest star there. I'm manifesting it. You have me, Charlamagne, DJ Envy, come cut up with you guys. Listen, shout out to them. They even talked about this the day before, a Monday, I believe. So a lot of people are like picking up on this story. But yeah, Cheesecake Factory was number one.
I mean, that's so ridiculous because don't think that Cheesecake Factory is just cheap. You know what I'm saying? They like Cheesecake Factory is like Denny's or IHOP, honey. No, it's not. That is very nice, and it can be very pricey. Them drinks and you know what I mean? Anywhere you go adds up very quickly. You feel me? When you're getting all these drinks and appetizers. So even at Chili's, you could come out paying $100 or Applebee's or whatever, you know what I mean? Depending on what you're ordering, but it's just the atmosphere, and the atmosphere of Cheesecake Factory is nowhere near like Applebee's, Chili's, Fridays. You know what I mean? So what do you mean? Like, it's not a bar type atmosphere. So I mean, it's dark, it's dimly lit, it's very nice, it's fancy like.
It's fancy looking, the decoration.
Even my Frank said he loved the cheesecake. He said, why you gotta fight with me at cheesecake? You know I love to go there. What are you saying?
Exactly. Cheesecake Factory is not no cheap, like whack-ass cheap thing. But moving on, speaking of, you mentioned some in there. IHOP is on the list too, surprisingly. Well, not surprisingly, but I'm surprised that it's later on the list. I don't know if this was like a list that women thought like from worst to thing, or they just composed. I don't know how this list
I think
exactly
they just composed it. It wasn't
number 2 was Applebee's.
Oh, okay. I would say Chili's with that fajita shit.
I agree with like on a first date at, you know, I'm a man of a certain age. I'm in my mid to upper 30s, almost getting to 40 soon. And I mean, listen, but to be taken on a first date, let's say if I was 40, it would be a little like my first date with someone. It would be a little like, really?
I also feel that those chain restaurants like that are not intimate. You got kids crying. You got mothers trying to feed their kids and like having loud ass conversations. That's not a date setting.
Don't get me to a Black Angus, because I don't know if y'all have Black Anguses over there, but it's this is very like, it's cowboy is the theme, right? But they have booths that are so fucking high that you cannot see. It's like you can't see who's on this side of you. It's perfect. The lights are dim. It's great. It was also a restaurant we had called Houston's. I don't know if it's still around, but it was so dark in that motherfucker, you would feel like you in a club or in a brothel or something like that.
Wait, it was like list only for first dates only? Like
first dates so on a first date.
Any of those chain restaurants that have the 2 for $30, 3 for $60.
Chili's, Applebee's,
Fridays, TGI
Fridays,
Red Lobster. I know Beyonce mentioned it, like
Red Lobster's on the list.
I personally wouldn't go to those places because it's like, it's not even about it being cheap. Bitch, I'm a bargain queen. You could take me. I like for IHOP, if we have been dating for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you want breakfast and stuff. You're wanting like waffles or you're wanting pancakes. IHOP is fine. I think for first date, I wouldn't do it. You got to get comfortable with the person.
Absolutely.
Choose them, wine and dine them. However, I don't care about the like pricing. What I care more so is the environment, because I'm like ADHD. I'm easily like distracted. You could be trying to talk to me and trying to tell me about your life, and I'm not paying attention to it because I'm focused on the kids screaming and somebody running around with no pamper. Like, we don't want that.
Well, the most niggas ain't trying to get that deep any fucking way, especially on the first date. So that's why they don't give a fuck about the atmosphere, I feel like. Ooh, but
not all of them.
I play devil's advocate because I don't mind the first. I don't know if you would consider this the first date, but if you're dating online and this is going to be the first meetup, because I did this earlier this year. We just met up at a coffee shop, nigga, like to see what the vibe is going to be, so we don't waste time. You know what I mean?
I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. And I
don't mind either a coffee shop.
But you know why?
Because if you drink coffee, I don't.
But you know what? Because niggas these days are so fucking worried about us bitches using them for money and wanting to drink and wanting this. So when you expecting a lot out of them, especially on a first date, they already looking down on this bitch a gold digger, this bitch, and I don't want you to ever think that about me, my nigga. Like, I don't need your fucking money or your dick or whatever you got. You know what I mean? So we could go get coffee. It's nothing to a boss. Like, you know what I mean? I have that attitude about it because, you know, the way us women are so scared of getting used just for pussy, that's how men are scared nowadays of just getting used for their money. So it's like, I get where they're coming from, you know, where it makes them look at you a certain way, and we know how men are more judgmental than us bitches. So
yeah.
Well, I mean,
2 and 3
are
Applebee's, and Chili's. And again, just to clarify, I don't mind those places. I mean, they're all over airports. I don't mind those places, but on a first date at my age group, no, not right now. Maybe when I was 18, but not now. On the second, third date, yes, but not on the first date. I'd rather go to the park. I'd rather take you to. I'd rather go on a park picnic on a first date than Applebee's and Chili's.
That's what I was going to say.
It's more intimate, it's more thoughtful, and it's more like, you know, intimate. Chipotle, we don't gotta stay too long on this, but Chipotle is definitely a no-no. I'm sorry, I agree with this. You're not taking me to Chipotle on a first date. That's basically like taking me to McDonald's. It's just a Mexican version with just, you know, tacos and burrito wraps.
These are places that high schoolers go, and they take their allowance money and put it together to buy a burrito bowl.
Chipotle, that's a no for a first date. Maybe if I was in middle school, like 7th grade, taking my little 7th grade girlfriend. I remember when I was in middle school, I took my girlfriend to McDonald's. That was in fucking 6th grade, 7th grade. And I wore my dad's big ass clothes at oversized. Like, I remember that first date. But anyways, I took her to McDonald's, but I was in middle school.
What do y'all think about if you're dating online and y'all just want to meet up for a simple like meet and greet? I call them meet and motherfucking greets. If you just want to meet up for a meet and greet, would that not be like the coffee thing me and the guy did? Would you not consider that the first date? Would you? No. Would you like the coffee meetup? Would you consider that just like a meet and greet and call it that? And then if you guys actually vibe and you go on a first date, that's the actual first date.
No, I would say for me, if you meet for a coffee date, I would say that's a little first date.
You would say that's
the first date. That was the first meeting. My first date with my current boyfriend wasn't a big extravagant thing. It was we met up, we sat by the rocks, looked at the ocean, we spoke, we got to know each other. I talk a lot, so I said a lot about myself and such. But yeah, that was my first. That's what I consider a first date with me and my.
Didn't go out to eat or anything.
We didn't go out to eat or whatever. No, we didn't.
Yeah, I've never really had a first date that wasn't like out to dinner or like going to get drinks and then getting food after. It's always been like some sort of like dining activity. But I will say this: I'd rather go meet someone for coffee. But before you do any of that, you got to meet them in person by FaceTiming them because you don't want to come in.
But we have that luxury now. But remember, not everyone. We didn't have that luxury before, like 2002, like even 2010. But
we're not talking about before. We're talking about now. I'm saying present time. It's easier to FaceTime someone to see how they're doing because you could even FaceTime on apps. They allow you to FaceTime through the apps.
Yeah.
But now to FaceTime constantly before a date, absolutely fucking not. Because what you're not going to do is waste my FaceTime when you could take me out.
Well, I'm going to go down the list and scroll real quick. We don't have to spend time on each of them, but Olive Garden was listed there, and I fucks with Olive Garden, so I was a little offended about that too.
Right.
The movies, but I get this. I've always heard this from a young age. The movies is not the best choice because remember,
it's not.
It's a first date. You're trying to get to know someone. And a movie, you have to be quiet.
That's where you go before you get freaky.
You like this one, Melanie. When I heard this one, I'm like, oh, I know she will agree with this. Your house. That's not a good first date.
Oh, hell.
I love you knocking and bucking. That's not a good first date. Y'all hear people trying to go to her house for the first date. It's not a good first date. I'm telling you here right now. My mouth, the Green Ranger. Any fast food chain. whatever that means. Any fast food chain, McDonald's, Wendy's, or whatever. I agree. But again, if you're at a certain age, if you're like a lover like me since I was like a teenager, and you're 13 and you want to take your little girlfriend out on that, like, that's possible. That's possible. You're 13, 14, and you want to take your little girlfriend, then a food chain is possible. Not in your 30s. Buffalo Wild Wings was on that list.
I love Buffalo Wild Wings. I used to go there all the time on dates.
Wingstop,
like tequila and
Red Lobster also, which we already spoke about. I fuck with Red Lobster. I think seafood is expensive. Those lobsters at Red Lobsters are not $10. They're still pricey. So I don't know why Red Lobster being like someone I will take me to Red Lobster, motherfucker. I want lobster. A buffet. I agree with that. I agree. Not a first date for a buffet.
Which one?
Oh, a buffet.
A buffet. A buffet, period.
Not a first date, but that's eventually we're gonna get down and grub in a buffet.
Funny enough, you mentioned it, Byronique. Last, IHOP.
Yeah. But you know what? See, I like where y'all going with, be creative and take me to the park, because going out to eat, everybody can fucking do that. We're going to spend our lives going out to eat. You know what I mean? So think of something else that you could really like get to know that person, like even going to do a fun activity like skating or go-kart riding, because that lets you know, is this person a sore loser? Things like that.
Yeah. Would y'all go to Dave & Buster's as a first date?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Stuff like, I love doing active shit, because
that
then
food that's active.
It teaches you more about the person without you having to sit there like you're in a fucking investigation, the table where you fucking ask all the questions. I like that. Yeah, that's better.
You're an observant person and a vibes person and someone who just studies things. You're right. A first date, a creative first date like that, Barbie. You see, if I was straight, we would be got on a date, because it's true. You get to know someone from, are they a sore loser, or do they like? Yeah, they're a winner, but they still kiss you, be like, "Oh, babe," and you can learn a lot about a person on a first date, being creative like that, different.
Instead of just sitting down across from the table.
The typical restaurant shit. But with that being said, I gotta ask you girls, because I'm sorry, I love my women, I love y'all ladies, but we're in an era where it's getting a little crazy out there. And even me, myself, as a gay, proud man, I'm like, damn, ladies, men do feel like this crop of women of this age of generation is very particular. Yeah. If a dude did take y'all on a first date, so let's say a picnic at Central Park, something regular like that.
I like that.
How would y'all feel?
I like that. I want it to be low maintenance. I think it should be low maintenance on a first date. I don't think you're supposed to get to know each other and see if the vibes are there. If I am in a place, if you take me to the Casa Cipriani and I'm just like mesmerized, especially me that I work in hospitality, I'm going to be mesmerized and focused on everything else and not focused on you. So I think after a while, after I get to know you and stuff, and like maybe the second date, you want to wine and dine me, cool. But I think I love dates in the park, like picnics and stuff. Charlie, because from experience from the past, but like things like that are more low maintenance to me, and they're actually like, you have to put effort in that if you think about it, because you have to know what the person likes, what they could eat, what they can't, and that shows you if a person's a good listener. Now, another option, if a picnic wouldn't work, maybe going to a museum and you're walking around having conversations about whatever, that is a good option too. It doesn't necessarily have to be with food. Food can come after.
Yeah, on our inner circle page, we asked people, and some people said it depends on the person, which obviously, yeah. And then someone else said the gun range. Oh,
yeah. I've done that. I did that as an event, though.
Yeah, a gun range. That's different.
What if I shoot him on purpose? What if he says something like, "I don't like doing this. I don't like giving oral sex. I don't like oral sex, or I don't like giving oral sex to girls." I'm gonna shoot you.
With that being said, let's get into this other game, which I thought, especially you, Byronique, this will be a fun one. Marry, fuck, kill. But this is the spooky edition, ladies, and it's not gonna be so easy. It's not gonna be so easy. So let's get into marry, fuck, kill.
And they played that game on Freddy versus Jason too.
Oh, there we go. You know it. So our first one, marry, fuck, kill. We have Pennywise, Mike Myers. Actually, no. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. My original, I wanted to start off light. Let's start off with the Mummy, the Werewolf, and Frankenstein. Marry, fuck, kill. Who wants to go first?
I'm a marry Frank. That's my nigga. My nigga Frank. And then I'm going to fuck the werewolf. Because, you know, for all the dogs. No.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'm a kill the mummy.
Okay, Melanie.
I say the same thing. I mean, actually, I'm going to flip it and marry the werewolf and just fuck Frankenstein because I want to hear the grunts.
Not the grunts. I didn't even really think about this much, but kill the mummy because he's all limp and everything, so I'm sure he's not doing very much. Yeah, fuck the wolf, and I guess marry Frankenstein because he's like so out of it that he won't know what I'm doing and running about and doing. So there you go. Next. He's comatose while I'm out there fucking everyone. The werewolf. Next. Marry, fuck, kill.
I'm definitely marrying Mike.
Pennywise, Mike Myers, or the Crypt Keeper from the Crypt. Barbie, you're marrying Mike?
I'm marrying Mike because Mike could protect the fuck out of me and can't no nigga put him down in the grave.
Who you fucking and who you killing?
I'm gonna go ahead and go down in the sewer and fuck Mr. Pennywise. And the Crypt Keeper, I ain't got to go. Get the Crypt Keeper out of here. We gonna kill him.
Damn, this is hard. I'll fuck Mike Myers because he look like he got a big one. I will marry Pennywise because he got lots of space down below. And then I'll kill Tales from the Crypt.
Listen, I'm gonna marry the Crypt Keeper because if you think Freddy and Chucky are some silly bitches and with their mouth and tongue, I learned the Crypt Keeper was also Freddy, Chucky, and the Crypt Keeper was one of the people that taught me early on how to be a sarcastic, little funny motherfucker. And the Crypt Keeper was one of those. So he made me laugh. So I will marry the Crypt Keeper because he will make me laugh. I guess fuck Mike Myers and kill Pennywise. Moving on.
I forgot he had a smart ass mouth.
Marry, fuck, kill the leprechaun, the creeper from Jeepers Creepers, or Candyman.
I am absolutely terrified of leprechauns. I used to have the worst dreams. I can't even, if I walk by a yard with garden gnomes, I fucking take off. Like, I don't fuck with no. So wait.
No shade. We're not being funny here. But do like little people scare? Okay, never mind. Moving on.
I have a problem with that too. My principal, the vice principal at my high school, was a little lady, little black lady, cute. She would stay swagging, have her little heels on her.
Miss Juicy, baby.
All of that. And tell me one day I was like running my mouth talking to my squad. And all of a sudden, they was like, turn around. I turn around, I don't see nothing. Because, you know, I'm kind of tall. They said, look down. I looked down, fucking took off. Like, I was not trying to be funny, but I just was like, you can't be creeping up on me like that, girl. I'm killing the leprechaun. And then I think Candyman, I'm going to marry him. And then I'm going to fuck the Jeepers Creepers.
Melanie?
Did the Candyman kill kids?
I don't know. No, he didn't.
I don't think so.
No, he didn't. I watched the original and the movie and the remake now.
Does he have real candy?
It doesn't matter. No, he has razor blades in the candy. He has razor blades in the candy, actually.
I'm a marry.
He got bees though, so that's the beehive.
I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to marry the little elf.
Oh
The leprechaun.
I ain't
He is
The
funny
leprechaun.
too. He is funny. He has a
I
slick
ain't
mouth.
coming to that damn wedding, girl.
So marry the leprechaun.
Fuck, is that Jeepers Creepers?
Yeah.
I like the music, the song.
Jeepers Creepers.
Creepers.
And thing. All right, next. This one's iconic.
This shit is hard.
This one's iconic for me. Marry,
Oh,
fuck,
Lord.
kill. My favorite. They all my favorites. Freddy, Jason, and Chucky. They're my ultimate favorites. I'm gonna go real quick. I'm gonna marry Freddy because he has a slick mouth and we will be sarcastic and I will learn shit from him. And he's funny and he will make me laugh and I like to laugh. Damn. I'm gonna kill
You fucking
Jason.
a doll?
I'm gonna kill Jason and I guess I'm gonna fuck Chucky.
Woo!
You fucking a doll? That's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm gonna marry
Funny.
Chucky because I was bride of Chucky last year. And I will. What's the guy in the middle? Mike Myers?
Jason.
Oh, Jason. This is how much you could tell I don't watch scary shit. I will fuck Jason and then I will kill the other one, Freddy. Freddy's nose is giving me no.
Ooh, Jesus.
I'm not your ex-boyfriend. No.
Yes, that's what I was literally about to say. It's giving me
I said it
PTSD.
for you.
He said it so you don't have to, girl. Oh my God. I'ma definitely kill Chucky because I love me some Chucky, but I ain't no way. He's another little person. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Lord, forgive me. I can't do it though. And he's funny as fuck though. I love him. I just after watching Freddy versus Jason, I'm gonna have to marry Freddy because Freddy was giving it to Jason. So Freddy gonna always protect me. That nigga gonna have my back with them nails. You know, we be like, no. And then Jason, I'm gonna fuck him because I do like to climb the trees. So
he is a big one. And last but not least, marry, fuck, kill. This is a hard one. The Terrifier. Leatherface or Pinhead from Hellraiser. Leatherface, obviously, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the Terrifier from the Terrifier.
I wanna marry the Texas Chainsaw because I'm always looking for a nigga that can protect me because I be out here running my mouth in these streets. I need a protector. You feel me?
You need someone who's gonna round that like a chainsaw up and be like, what you said?
And you know, you ain't technically gotta sleep in the same bed with your husband every night. Obviously,
Nope.
you see, it's a lot of that going on. But or fuck them. So I would marry Texas Chainsaw. I think I would fuck the Pinhead because I'm just into kind of stuff like.
He look like does he got pins in his?
And you know it might be a little fun time.
Have you ever had a guy with a piercing in his pee in you?
I've never had, but I had a guy with some pierced nipples, so that was pretty damn cool.
It's called a Prince Albert. It's called a Prince Albert.
Oh, when they get their dick pierced?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness!
I would be afraid. I'm like, that shit is.
Married, fuck, kill. No, it's not that bad. It's actually different. It's different. It feels different, but in a good way. Married, fuck, kill. I mean, that's a different show, but yeah, it's not bad. Married, fuck, kill. Listen, the Terrifier is terrifying. I'm gonna kill him though, because I've seen both.
He looks like Jimbo.
Yes, but you haven't seen the movies, girl. Like, no.
No, thank you.
Kill him. Fuck. Marry Leatherface. I'll keep his ass in the basement and fuck him.
I keep him in the basement.
I'll keep him in the basement. Go to the basement.
For protection.
Melody, what do you say?
I think Pinhead could get it. Leatherface, I'm too scared. I would kill him, and then I would marry the Jimbo looking one, the clown looking one.
I mean,
which
it's
is
safe
crazy.
to say we like motherfuckers
clowns.
with piercings, huh?
I usually like tattoos, but I guess
We're gonna have a good time.
Barbie, what is your favorite Halloween memory?
I really would say I went to Knox Scary Farm because Knox Scary Farm used to be a huge thing out here, more so than Universal Horror Nights. And I went, this was the first year I went with my best friend at the time. Her god sister took us. So she kind of let me and her go off and do our own thing. And we were going through a maze. And all of a sudden, out comes fucking Michael Myers. But this wasn't just any Michael Myers. It was a fat as fuck Michael Myers. Lord forgive me, no fat shame.
Hell.
He was big. He was big and sweaty, and he didn't look like he could run for nothing. So I fucking just like, he popped out, and I fucking said, me and my best friend was like this, arm in arm. I fucking said, ow, like fell, pushed her up against the wall. We fall on the ground. I damn near fall on top of her, but then I take her off. I like leave her ass on the floor, and I just get up and book it. And I'm booking it, right? And then some say, look back. I look back. Literally, Michael Myers is chasing my ass. Like, his big ass is booking it, and he is like keeping up, and we're running a long line. I didn't already ran a ways. And then my best friend at the time is behind him. So I'm running, he's chasing me, she chasing him. It just looked like some Scooby-Doo shit. And then finally I got to where a crowd was. And then all of a sudden I just grabbed out of nowhere this girl's boyfriend and started like hiding, but like holding him like this. Like, please don't let him get me. Like, I am like literally so blessed that bitch didn't snatch me up. You feel me? It's be like, bitch, if you don't get off my bed, I don't give a fuck how scared you are.
For me, it's different in a sense. I think for me, my favorite Halloween moment was when I dressed up as the male Poison Ivy, because Batman is my ultimate favorite hero. And then I obviously love Batman, so I love Catwoman, but Poison Ivy is one of my favorites. So back in 2016, I believe, 17, I dressed up as the male Poison Ivy. One of my favorite costumes and the most attention I've gotten ever, but I didn't like who I was with at the moment when I wore it. What? And the air and the play and where I went out wasn't that lit. Like, I feel like I gave my best costume that got so much attention to a whack ass person I was with in a shitty ass town. City to display it. But it was when I was Poison, I'm the male Poison Ivy. I fucking ate that costume. I was in one of the best shapes of my life. I say one because there's been poison, but I love that costume. But I feel, and I'm putting it out in the universe, that this Halloween is gonna make up and is gonna be one of the best Halloweens, because I have not dressed up in Halloween in New York. I have not gone out in New York dressed up, like gone out besides doing the podcast.
Right.
Ever. So this weekend, this Friday, is the first time I think ever I'm actually going out dressed up in New York City. So I'm putting it out there.
When was the last time
this is gonna be my best one?
I think for me, there were two different times that I dressed up that I really liked my costumes. The first one was when I lived in Miami and I was Robin Hood. That was fun. And we went to a club. That shit was fun. The second one was probably 2016, I think. Charlie, you weren't around, but
no, you was Catwoman. I love that costume.
Everybody wanted to stop and take pictures. There were fake Batmans, fake little Robins everywhere. And
that was a great fucking costume.
I sold that costume. I flipped that shit. That was.
Oh, you sold it?
I sold it. I sold it on Poshmark.
That was a great costume. And I love Catwoman. Catwoman's one of my favorites. So when you wore that, and it was a good one too, I loved it, hands down.
I want to see pictures now.
She has pictures. Send her pictures. Yeah, for sure. It was a good costume. I loved it. I
got mad niggas that.
We're live.
Oops.
But. What would you say? What's something that you're looking for this Halloween?
I have a question. After this, we're going to talk about something. It's not Halloween related. It was just something that was brought to me. It's a little naughty question. So,
trick or treat.
This is for the tricks. Okay, so I got a message, a question for the room. I was sleeping over at my boyfriend's house. In the middle of the night, he started jerking off. Is that normal?
Yes. Yes, why not?
But why wouldn't he just wake me up? I would be offended. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm very sensitive, and so I would be like, "What the fuck? My pussy ain't good enough for you."
Well, wait a minute. Jerking off right next to her?
Yeah.
No.
While she was sleeping.
No. Like no, ladies, and this is the little part of straightness I have in me speaking for the fellas. I gotta say, nah. Now, if you got up and went to your living room or the next room, or like depending on if you live in a 3-story house or whatever, and you walked and you found your man in a distant room jerking off,
yeah,
I will be offended. But the fact that he was still next to you in bed, I wouldn't, because you got to think about this. Sometimes it's I'm trying to find the right words. Sometimes it's the thrill of like, let me do this and maybe she'll wake up and she'll find me and she'll flip over and she'll get on it. Whatever. Yeah, you gotta put yourself in the man's shoes. And his fantasies of what he's maybe conjuring up in his head of what he wishes goes down. So if you wake up and roll over and he's right next to you eating his shit, I wouldn't be offended.
Oh, okay.
Now, if let's say I woke up, I couldn't find my man, and I walked down to the 3rd story of our big home, and he's all the way in the far east wing basement, his shit, then I will be offended, because it's like, really?
Okay.
I'm trying to find the comments of what people have to say.
See, this is why I like bringing issues to men, like my guy friends, because
listen, I may be gay, but I still have a male perspective. Okay?
Well, somebody
don't get it twisted.
They give you
so somebody said, somebody was like, he didn't want to wake you, very thoughtful of him. And then someone says, very normal. Self-love doesn't stop just because you're a couple. It's normal. If people would like, hold on, if the person that asked the question, if they're fine and they're not having sexual issues, I think, okay,
that part
from
too.
Experience, if they are not having sexual like intimacy issues, I think it's fine. However, if they're not having if they are having intimacy issues, that is a problem.
And
instead, like, there has to be some sort of communication.
I wouldn't if I woke up. Okay, I get that part. If they're having intimacy issues, it will be a problem. But right off the bat, if I woke up and my partner was jerking off or fingering herself, whatever, whether I was gay or straight, I wouldn't look at it as like be pissed off right away. I would take it as, well, maybe that's his or her initiation or trying to have better sex. Or trying
what kind of initiation is that? Your initiation would be,
listen, people are different.
To the side.
People are different, but people are different. Like, what I may fantasize in my mind how I want things to go down and how I may want a man or whatever to come on me may be different from my actual partner or my friends or anyone. So we are different, but that's when it comes to communication between partners and opening it up and not being scared and really open. Like, that's when the communication part and intimacy part comes in and sharing that with each other.
Because if you would rather fuck yourself than to fuck me, honey, you got to fucking go.
There's a problem. I mean, let's take it back to when I was middle school into high school. Halle Berry and Eric Benet. I mean, Halle Berry was an icon. Yeah. Who, like, Halle Berry back then, everyone loved Halle Berry, no matter what race, color, whatever she was. So why are you so addicted to porn than fucking Halle Berry? Like, any other, many men were blown by that, but there's issues in this.
I mean, there are men that have issues. I dated I can't believe, waste of time, but one of my exes would love to request boob pics from other women when I got a big ass rack. Like, what are you requesting other pics from other women? It's a problem.
Quick question. Did you ever surprisingly send him pictures like, I sometimes like a random send my picture of my boat, my friend down there.
I mean,
my guy.
when you live together and
you gotta keep it spicy.
When you live together, you walk around naked is not an excuse. There's no reason why you should be requesting that from other people.
Oh, but I still send a picture here and there, like,
well, that
nice
too. But I'm
strong.
saying,
It's not the time. I can walk around naked, but I'm not all the way up. I'm all the way up. And sometimes you gotta send them a picture when you're nice and strong.
Right.
Oh,
I heard about that. You gotta keep it.
You gotta keep it sexy and cute. You do.
Keep it spicy.
You gotta keep it spicy. You gotta keep it cute.
You can't be boring ass people.
Sometimes you gotta keep that level of excitement, like that random text, that random, oh, I'm thinking about your booty or that wet, whatever it is. You gotta keep it spicy. But this is another show now. We went from Halloween trick or treating
we went from treats to tricks.
To like sex 101 talk.
My bad. Let's bring it in. That was my fault.
But no, this was good. But listen, we don't even need an after show because we just cut it up here. But I have another game that I want to play. We played it last year, and I want to play it again this year with our special guest. It's called Pick Your Poison. And it's not as easy as it may sound. So are y'all ready? Because it's not easy. So here we go. Pick your poison. Here we go. The first one. Give a eulogy for someone you didn't know. Excuse me. Or use hot sauce as eye drops.
Give a eulogy.
Eulogy.
He was a good man, Savannah. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm a good wordsmith and stuff, so I could come up with a good eulogy for somebody I don't know.
Today for a celebration of life.
Next, pick your poison. Google publishes your search history. Google publishes your search history, or make your own sex tape and give copies away for the holidays.
They could just go ahead on and publish
my search engine. Same. My search engine is not that crazy. My search engine is not crazy like that. And even if porn came up, I'd rather have my search engine porn than them seeing my
own porn.
My own, yeah, exactly. Pick your poison. Wear the same pair of socks for an entire year without washing them, or have the theft alarm go off every time you leave a store, even though you didn't steal anything.
I'm wearing those socks, baby. I'm wearing them socks.
Listen, I'm colored.
I'm already a person of color.
And America is a problem in 2023. I'd rather wear socks dirty for a whole year than have that alarm go off every time I walk out of a store. Listen, back then I would have thought we would have gone a long way, but we are not. We haven't come a long way. So no, I do not want an alarm ringing off every time I walk out of a fucking store. Okay, even if I didn't steal nothing. No.
Because when it does go off because somebody that left some damn sensors on the shit, I turn around immediately and be like, hey, I didn't do nothing. It wasn't me.
I don't want that attention. Next, get your partner's mother, right? Call your partner's mother right after you have sex every time you tell her how it was, or do everything you can to convince everyone in your life that you have cancer. After a year, tell them you were faking it. Oh, that's bad.
Oh no!
That sounds like an episode of the OC.
This one's a tough one.
I don't like that one.
I will call my mother. I will call my mother-in-law. I'll call my partner's mother every time we finish having sex. Your son gave it to me good.
I would do that too. I would do that.
It was good, and that's why you're still mama.
Right. I ain't lying about nothing that serious, that deep, because my granny taught me if you lie about little dumb shit like crazy shit like that, you gonna end up really getting it. So fuck that. Hell no.
Hi, mommy-in-law.
Right. How you doing? I'm doing great.
Your son was good again. What about you, Melody?
I did the opposite.
Oh, you would rather fake cancer?
No, I said I did the opposite. I called the mother-in-law and told him he was whack. But I sure did. But I would, I guess I would call her and Kiki.
But moving on, Megan Thee Stallion must have came up with this one. Pick your poison. Shoot yourself in the foot or compete in the Hunger Games.
Oh, damn.
I never watched the Hunger Game thing. I'll shoot
I
myself
watched
in the
like
foot. I
one
can
movie of
dance.
the Hunger Games.
I will cripple.
I'd rather shoot myself in the foot than the Hunger Games. There was a lot of movies, and I
With a
watched one,
BB
and it was a
gun.
lot.
It
With a
depends on
BB
the
gun,
gun.
right? Yeah, it does depend on the gun too. A BB gun,
Or a
yeah. I would choose a
paintball.
BB gun.
My
Oh
feet
yeah, I
are
like that
getting
one, people.
fucked up. I might have to go ahead on and do the Hunger Games just because I do like
I ain't watch
games
that.
sometimes.
Not the Hunger Games. All right. Another. Pick your poison. Fight an ostrich to death or never see the sun again.
Wait, fight
what?
who?
An ostrich.
Oh, I'll fight the ostrich.
No, not fuck. Fight an ostrich to death or never see the sun again.
I will fight the ostrich
Yeah,
to death.
because I need the sun. I gotta have this sun.
You need that vitamin D.
I need it because I ain't getting it the other way. Okay, you gotta get it some kind of way. That's the only way I'm getting.
I'll fight that fucking bird to death. We're fucking and knucking. Next, give pedicures to an entire nursing home or be unable to wear clothes. I walk around naked in my home, so for me, I'll say this real quick: be unable to wear clothes. I ain't giving a whole nursing home pedicures. Those feet and those toes and those nails have aged and looking like people. I'll walk around naked. They can't see me anyways because their visions have gone. So yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I go do the good deed for the old folk. I do love me some.
God bless you.
And God will bless me.
I like having conversations with older people, so I guess I'll do a pedicure.
I love old people too. I already do my good deed with the kids.
I take a lot of vitamin E oil.
Cuticle oil.
Last, be unable to cross the street without holding someone's hands or be allergic to every food that contains the letter A and E.
Absolutely.
Wait,
fucking not.
Say it one more time.
So pick your poison. Be unable to cross the street without holding someone's hand or be allergic to every food that contains the letters A and E. So pizza. I mean, pizza stood out to me right off the bat.
Wait, letters that have the A.
Any food that has the letter A. No. Any food that has the letters A and E. Cheese, pizza, a tuna casserole.
Come hold my hand. I'm blind. Come walk me. I'm blind.
That means you're allergic. You can't eat it, right? So you can't eat it at all.
I'm not allergic to anything but broke people and fake jewelry.
I'd rather be unable to cross the street without someone. That's easy.
Yeah, let me cross the street, baby.
I'll cross the street by myself. Throw a rock, put me in a blindfold. I don't care. I'm still eating my cheese, my pizza, and so on and so forth. My lasagna. Yes.
My arroz.
Rice, exactly. Arroz and Spanish, yeah. But this was like, what a fun Halloween bash we had.
This is super.
And I want to thank you so much, Barbie, for joining us on our 4th annual Halloween bash, cutting it up with us. This is so much fun. Listen, your Instagram finally on the ticker. If you're watching live, you can see where to follow Barbie on Instagram. Follow her because she doesn't have a podcast yet. She does not have a podcast yet.
The IG story is my podcast.
Her IG stories be giving. It's her podcast. She's doing that for now, but she needs to get a podcast. She's gonna get a podcast soon. But for now, you can follow her on her IG and it's on our ticker. But Barbie, for the people listening to us and maybe not watching, where could they go and support you?
Definitely, please follow all my social medias at the first Barbie, THE #1ST Barbie, Year of the Barbie. We know behind me, Barbie. Y'all know how to spell that shit. I hope. And on my YouTube is actually Byronique Barbie. Facebook is Byronique Barbie, but pretty much everything is at the first Barbie. Or you could just Google me, bitch.
Yes. You know, I love that because me and Melody know that if you Google the inner circle, we pop up. We never said that on the show, but you can actually, if you Google us exactly the inner circle, like podcast, we do pop up, and we was like gagged.
That's a good ass feeling. That's a good.
It is a good feeling. It's a great feeling.
Google me, bitch.
I may be long gone, but you can still Google me, bitch.
Right.
And Melody, what do you have for the people before we let them go?
I just want to say, have a happy, safe, and candy-filled Halloween. And if you're not following us, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Hey!
We want to thank you guys so much. Make sure, listen, this was fun. Our 4th Halloween bash, and I've come to love Halloween because of this podcast and doing this. This has meant so much to me every year, more than actually Halloween itself. But I promise this year I will be out on Halloween. We want to thank you guys so much for supporting us. And again, please follow, support our girl Byronique Barbie. She is amazing. She's a friend of the show. She's our girl. Follow Melanie on her individual page. Follow us here. Share, like, subscribe.
Maybe I'll allow it.
Yeah, she's a private citizen. Share, like, subscribe on all our platforms. We are back next week. Exactly next week, November 1st. We're kicking off November. And boy, is November going to be a month. And there's so much that we have for you guys. Follow, like, subscribe on all platforms. Just streaming on your favorite platforms. We thank you guys. Support Byronique Barbie. Go on her page. Do you have a Cash App or anything that you want to mention real quick?
That's the same thing. The first Barbie. Look me up, baby. Venmo, Cash App. Okay.
There you go. And the Inner Circle, we're clicking there. We also on the ticker. You can follow us on the Inner Circle Podcast on Instagram. We have so much content and stuff. So definitely follow us on Instagram. If you're watching, you can see it on the ticker. Thank you guys so much. We are back next week with an all new episode because we don't skip a beat. We don't skip a beat, and we are on time. And we are with the same co-host, and we're still intact. The Inner Circle Podcast, baby. Ha-ha. Hey, and run away with a trick or treat. We love you guys.
Happy Halloween.
See you guys next week.